couture.com.
Is that like New Orleans,
New
Louisiana?
Orleans, Louisiana,
NOLA?
couture, couture.
Couture.
Well, I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't even know what that word means. You know,
Couture.
I asked when I got the email, I asked a girlfriend of mine, and she says it means like trendy fashion,
Cutting edge fashion.
And
yeah.
I'm like, okay, all right. But Nola Couture sent me an email and says, hey, I got, and some of you may have received these. She says, my position on Google has changed. I know for a fact that at one point I was in the top of the the natural search results. I was in the top 5. I'm not there anymore. I received a call from an SEO company, and they were trying to pitch me, trying to sell me on it, saying, hey, we put your competitor up on the first page of Google, and we would like to do the same for you. So she went back and forth, and it was a friend of mine, and she asked me, hey, Paul, is that possible? Did they do something to my website to knock me out? I'm getting less traffic right now. Is it possible that they did something? And the quick short answer I had to tell her was no.
Yeah, they didn't do anything to her
They
site.
cannot affect your website
Unless
without
it got
your
hacked,
permission.
which you should know if you just do a little bit of looking.
I mean, yeah, and I heard it did not. I didn't know it, but it's most likely your website did not get hacked unless you all of a sudden have just millions and millions of dollars or access to the FBI database. They're probably not going to target you, but but she asked, why is my traffic decreasing? This kind of goes on to Darren's point, and I told her again, focus on, I'm sorry that your traffic is decreasing. It does suck, but what you want to do is focus on your content. Focus on link building. Focus on what we know you can manipulate and work on. Focus on getting more links, which leads us into the next point. About linking, and what was that?
Backlinks. Yeah, we had. If you're a long time listener, not even that long. It's probably about 5 or 6 podcasts ago.
I know. I said we talked about it in December because I was kind of upset at Google.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, where are my links at? Give me my links back.
Give me Google Store.
Give us our links back."
Yes. If you've requested an analysis, and I know Darren knows this because I've sent him an analysis to say if you want to check your backlinks, you can check it using the link operator. You can find it in the Google Webmaster Tools or type it's link : and
no
space and your domain. I think it's domain is just the eWeb style, not the www. And for a while, that was a great way to check links, and that's how I would check links rather than using the Google Webmaster Tool. And then one day we noticed that we went from
all of our links were gone.
Thousands of links to 27. I checked it 2 or 3 days ago to 27 links, and I'm like, Google, what's going on? Where are my links here? You're messing with my links. And so finally we said, let's go do some research, and basically the consensus is don't use the link operator tool. It sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Google.
And it kind of goes in line with the fact that Google pulled off your page rank from Webmaster's Tool. I think you can still look it up. Frankly, we haven't focused on that much because the reality is if you are consistently working, and this is kind of our statement here at eWebstyle, if you as an SEO person are consistently working to provide a good experience to the Google user and also helping your client and or your page, you will succeed because that's all Google cares about. If you're using tricks or if you're buying links that aren't relevant, if you're doing things like that, you're not going to succeed.
And that was the general answers that on the internet, the guys were saying you shouldn't be focused on that, and you said that like months ago.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't don't focus on your links. Focus on providing value, on good content, because if you're trying to focus on links, which you have to have.
And frankly, when we do SEO, that's part of what we're doing is providing backlinks and working hard to provide backlinks. And those backlinks we're working on are valuable links.
Yeah.
And those take more time, so that's why it takes
So
time.
Google basically doesn't want you to focus on it. They don't want you to know how many links you're getting. You can actually still use the Google Webmaster Tool to find your links. However, I think the general answer was that the Webmaster Tool still provides more data than the link operator, but it's still not a good indication of your links.
There are other sites where you can go to and find your backlinks, and the short answer is you don't know if Google's, whatever numbers they're giving you and whatever links they're showing you, you don't know if Google takes any of that into account. They probably do. They probably take most of it. They may, in fact, they probably take all of it into account. But again, don't focus on that. Make sure your efforts for getting links back to your website are geared towards two things: finding quality websites with quality information about what you're trying to attract traffic to your website for. I think I said that right. And then make sure that the backlinks have the keyword text that you like. If you focus on those two things in terms of backlinking, you'll be a winner.
So you're saying, make sure those backlinks have correct anchor
text. Ooh.
I forget what that word is like every other day. I'm like, anchor text? What is that? I've never even heard of that before.
Slow you down.
Yeah. So focus on that. I got to remember that because I forget that term every other day. So everybody out to Darren, to Nola
Couture.
Yeah.
Couture.
Whatever.
I think I've been watching too much gay reality TV because I know how to pronounce couture.
So, focus on the things that we've talked about. Focus on your content. Focus on your keyword, having proper keywords. Make sure you have good anchor text. And that should help you, watch if you're Google, your particular keywords. Look at the guys that are on, the first page. See what they're doing. Borrow ideas. Don't steal. And you will get there. And if you're really having trouble, call a professional SEO company like eWebStyle. We can definitely help you out, give you good tips and pointers, and do it for you. And let you, like Chris always says, you run your business.
You focus on your business. Yeah.
We'll take care
We'll
of
get you the traffic and the customers,
and
help you on the SEO, search engine visitor optimization.
Oh, and that is if you go to iTunes and if you type in SEO podcast in the iTunes store, at the very top, 8 podcasts at the very and below it, there's a list of 50 podcast episodes. Number 9 was search engine visitor optimization. And this is how I found out. I'm like, ooh, somebody did a podcast on search engine visitor optimization. Let me see what they got going on. I click it, and it's us. I'm like, yes!
Well, we're the ones who coined the term. Yeah. Nobody else is using that term. Yeah. I think it's an incredibly valuable aspect of, search engine optimization, to be sure.
And this is for Darren. I'm gonna address the very last part of your email, Darren. Sometimes people, let's just say you're not the best speller, right? Hey, I'm not the best speller. I butcher stuff up all the time. He's like,
He can't even pronounce half the words he uses.
And there you go. So he was asking about, analytics and stuff like that. And he asked a question. I won't get into it, but I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet on this one. I'm going to take all the heat for you, Darren. I just looked this up. If you type in Google and what you're thinking, ANAL, you will come up with Google Analytics as the first result. So if you type in Google Anal, you will come up with Google Analytics.
You can abbreviate Google Analytics to Google Anal.
Google Anal, and the first natural result.
And if that doesn't come back to what I said, great ogling options gathered legally every day.
Legally,
nothing
baby.
Done. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We did miss 2 things. You can stalk us on Facebook. The easiest way to find our Facebook page is e-webstyle.com/Facebook. That'll take you to our Facebook page. You can find us on Twitter, twitter.com/eWebstyle with no dash. Again, that's eWebstyle with no dash after the twitter.com. Follow us, stalk us, send us emails. We love having you. We love sharing information. We love these questions that really push us to look up. He had to look up Google Anal today. We love that.
That's research, baby.
All right. Well, you are listening to the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. This is podcast number 47, Unknown Secrets of SEO Podcast. Thank you guys for listening. My name is Chris Burris.
And this is Paul Hansen.
Bye-bye for now.